That was a crazy day on the water. I felt like I couldn't catch a break that day. Every wave I was catching was super, super late. And then I apparently had trouble hearing Brooks there. I don't know if you could hear at the end. When you're surfing, you got to know whether you're going to be going left or right on the wave, because the wave is breaking in a certain direction. And if you go the wrong way, you'll just go face first into the wave as it's breaking. And I thought he said right, and maybe I can play that for you again later, and you can hear him. He's like, left, 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 because he knew if I went right, I'd just take a face full of wave and wipe out. You guys will not believe what just happened to me, like, just before I was about to go on. I was actually on the phone with Brooks. I was talking to him, and then I hang up. Hold on, I'll get to it in a minute. So, somebody just tried to. I'll tell. Here's the teaser. Let me wait till the audience gets in here. This is the LT always tells me that it takes a minute for people to get into the show. But someone just tried to blackmail me. I kid you not. That's what happened. I'll get to it in a minute. We're gonna do some setup here. I'll get to some chat messages, make sure that we're actually on air, that everything's working. I guess I can just laugh about it because we're just so friggin' weird. It's been an interesting week.
Welcome to the Blind Surfer Show.
It is the Blind Surfer Show. And this is like, how many days in a row have I been doing this? This is what I do when Banana's out of town. This is how I keep myself busy, occupied, and entertained. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here talking to the dogs all day. And, you know, the tens of millions of people that hear my voice doing voiceovers. But none of them talk back to me. I talk to you on your radio, your phones, and your TVs, and you don't talk back. And the dogs don't really talk back either. Although recently, Banana did get Skylar to say, I love you. It was kind of like, Arrrr, but it was kind of cool. And I've got my fill of Chinese food. When Banana's out of town, my thing is I use my DoorDash app, and I've got one thing programmed in there. It's just like reorder again. Banana set it up for me a while ago, and I order Chinese food from this place down the street, and I order like a lot of it, and I think I finished it all up just in time because that story that was in the news today, did you guys hear? China Queen in Louisiana, Chinese food restaurant. Someone took a picture of an employee of the place like skinning a deer in the back alley behind the restaurant, and they posted it online. The police, of course, or FDA or whoever the heck is the food inspector got notified, and they went to the place, and they actually found roadkill meat in the freezer of the restaurant. And of course, the restaurant's like, no, that wasn't for people to eat. That was just for us or something like that. So I heard that story just after I finished my last bit of Chinese food that I'd ordered for my my staycation. That Banana's been on a vacation. I have got.
Lily asks, "How you reading the comments?"
I mean, how am I or am I? I feel like every day.
Well, Sarah Cam
there's new people, right?
said he's my play cousin Riri. LOL.
There's new people every day, so I guess I'll keep
At
explaining. Although I feel like it's
78 said get M Sarah go after Pete's blackmailer.
Yeah, I feel like it's relatively self-explanatory at this point.
S8W asks what the hell?
What the hell exactly, Brandon Villanueva? The messages are coming
James
to me.
Pete.
What up, James? The messages are coming to me
through
text to speech.
I'll be there behind you when you do.
And I feel like my nose is burned. I definitely got a sunburn this weekend, I mean. So some of the formatics first. So yeah, the text messages are getting read out loud. When I press this little button right here, you'll hear the messages getting read out loud to me. I am on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, horizontal and vertical. I'm on Facebook, and I'm on TikTok. Oh, I may or may not be on TikTok. Last night, this has been the craziest week. Last night, I got a 20 minute ban on that platform while I was live. And the reason was, they sent me the reason. It says because I was promoting self-harm. What? The automation over there that tries to figure out what's going on in the show is like always off. Like, because clearly we were not doing that in the show last night. So I'm not even sure if I'm on Twitch tonight because of that ban I got last night. But if you want to send in a chat message that gets read out loud immediately, it's $3 or more as a super chat on YouTube, horizontal and vertical. We'll get it read out loud immediately. If you're on Twitch, it's 200 bits or more. And let me tell you what happened. I get off the phone with Brooks, like just a few minutes. This just happened. I get off the phone with Brooks, and my personal phone rings. Now I've got 3 different phone numbers, and not a lot of people have my personal phone number. So I basically just answer it out of habit. Like when that one rings, it's someone I know. But as I'm answering, I realize it says private, and I'm like, all right, well, someone I know is calling me from a private number. I answer it, and it's a guy whose voice I do not recognize, and he tells me, it was a little unclear, that he's either with one of my ex-girlfriends or was with one of my ex-girlfriends. And he said that he had a videotape of me reading a birthday card that she gave to me. And if I didn't give him $10,000, he was going to post that video online. Now, there's like 1,000 problems with that entire thing. First of all, the last time I would have been able to read a birthday card with font that small, I would have been in like 4th grade. And, my eyesight started getting bad very early on for me. The last time I could read normal font was probably about 3rd or 4th grade. And I think at that point, I still thought girls had cooties. So there was no girlfriend that gave me a card then. And actually, birthday cards were kind of a sore spot for me with girlfriends throughout my teens and 20s, because I was still kind of faking that I could read stuff, and I didn't want them to know that I couldn't read cards. I remember my very first real high school girlfriend, her name was Rachel, gave me a birthday card when I turned 18, and I opened it up and I could see enough that she wrote a bunch of stuff in the card. And I couldn't bring myself to try and read it in front of her. I grabbed one of these things from a closet. I used to read in my teens and 20s by using a magnifying glass. I would take the magnifier and I'd hold it up to the thing that I was trying to read, and I would go word by word and kind of read it. And so when Rachel gave me my birthday card on my 18th birthday, I closed the door to my bedroom because I did not want her to see me using the magnifying glass trying to read it. It felt demeaning. I wasn't ready to admit how bad my eyesight was at that point. And I wouldn't do it in front of her. And I'm sure she thought that was really, really weird. And on top of that, there has no, it's just not a thing. There is no video of me reading a birthday card because I can't read a birthday card. I'm certain that the person who made this phone call, and oddly, I don't know how they got my personal cell phone number. That one's a little weird. And he gave me a couple details that I could chalk that up to. I have an old Facebook page, and anybody can go on there. How he got my phone number, not entirely sure, but I guess there's if you pay a couple bucks, you can search for that. But he said he wanted $10,000 or he was going to release the video. And obviously, since there is no video, I'm fairly certain he was probably recording the phone call, and what he was going to do was have me going, oh no, please don't release that tape. How do I send you the $10,000? And that's what he was going to use as a proof, because there's no tape of me reading anything before the age of 8 or 9, and there was no video camcorder. Well, there were camcorders back then, but walking around with giant VHS tapes, it's not a thing. One of my, let's check this real quick. Thanks, Sarah. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the super chat. The phone number was just private. It came up as nothing. They had a block number, a fake number, a mask number, or something like that. Now I know one of my exes ended up with a pretty scummy guy. So if it really was a current boyfriend of an ex of mine, might have been that person. However, I don't feel like it's coincidental that I've been going at a lot of people in the comments lately, really taking some people down that have been trying to accuse me of faking. And now the person's trying to blackmail me, saying that they have proof of me as a faker. I don't think that's a coincidence. There's one person whose channel that you guys helped me go after. You guys helped me go after, and he had to turn off comments because he couldn't take the heat. Another person's channel got shut down. And just today, I was going after someone in my video emergency voiceovers done live. And I don't know if it's any of those three people or if it really is a current boyfriend and an ex of mine, but it's like how many times do you want to lose, dude? Like you're going to come at me with some nonsense crap and try and get $10,000 from me for something that obviously doesn't exist. And he was betting like, I'd be like, oh no, please don't release that tape. But I know my life. I know exactly when I lost my eyesight. I know I've never read a birthday card in my life. I mean, if I got one in second or third grade, I might have read it back then. I don't remember that. But in my adult life, no, I've never read a birthday card. I mean, that dude just keeps taking L's. Tell you what, I'll do something for that guy. Let's see. He wanted $10,000. I'm going to switch to my fancy voiceover microphone here. Oh, you know what? I don't think I didn't turn that one on. Ah, shoot, I forgot to power it. So I'll do something for him on this microphone here. He wanted $10,000. I would charge you $10,000 for a voiceover for me to say, losers keep on losing. There, that's what you get. That is what you get. That's all you get. God, I don't think it's a coincidence that I've been going after some people. It's just some pathetic online people that can't handle truth for some reason. So I don't remember what I wanted to talk about tonight. That threw me for a loop so hard. I was not expecting that at all. If you guys got anything you want to bring to the table, hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I want to bring to
Puckingray 915 said, bro,
Bro,
don't let BS people live free in your head.
No,
Losers are losers, and
definitely
they always lose.
Losers gonna keep on losing.
Feathery asks question, are you still blind?
Am I still blind? Like, do you think like...
Matt said, love Maine.
I mean, like yesterday I was blind.
Just followed.
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. And then today I'm not blind.
7808 said he'll chat.
I will chat. Yeah, I'll chat.
Brandon Villanueva S8W said, yeah, Pete.
Yeah.
Tell them who's boss.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it was mildly disconcerting. It was weird, having someone I don't know call me on my personal cell. That was the weird part. Yeah, that kind of totally threw me off for the evening. And I've also done this. Let's see, I went Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday. This is my fourth night in a row, and then Brooks is going to be here tomorrow. And then that'll be my record. Five nights in a row doing the show. What's up, everybody? All the new people that have joined, going vertical on TikTok and then vertical on TikTok and YouTube. I've been excited about the audiences growing in the past few days. Thanks, Thomas. Appreciate it. Yo, thank you. How blind am I? That's a spelling error that I am gotten familiar with hearing spelling errors. You can watch my short today, and it should show you exactly the one that's called. What is the title of the video today? It's like, what is light perception? All I got is light perception, and I'm kind of repeating myself from the video, but like I see light and I see when there's not light. So there's nothing. There's no detail. There's nothing that I can make out. I can't see my face in a mirror. I can't see my friends. I can't see my dogs. But I can tell like when it's daylight, and I can tell when something gets between me and some daylight. But what it is, I do not know. That's how you do the super chats right there. If you drop $3 or more in YouTube, it'll get read out loud. It'll read all your spelling errors, but I'm usually pretty good because I've made a million of them myself, and I'm pretty used to them. I think as I combobulate myself, because I feel like I was discombobulated from that phone call. It's just weird. Like it was kind of weird having someone like call my personal number like that and then say, I want $10,000. And then he didn't even delineate how he was going to get it. Like, was I just supposed to like carrier pigeon him like $10,000 or something? I don't know what the plan was. But it was weird. Before I get to some live calls, we've been very backed up with the Check Pete's voicemail, and I appreciate everybody that leaves the messages, gets a handful of voices heard on the channel in quick succession. So let's do that first.
Now it's time to check Pete's voicemail on the Blind Surfer Show.
So if you dial the phone number that is active right now, if I'm taking phone calls later, I can talk to you live. But when the show is not on, whenever inspiration strikes you, whenever you think you've got something entertaining, clever, witty that you want to drop on my voicemail, if you got a question, some life advice that you need, just anything, you can dial 760-517-6844 anytime, day or night, and you can leave the message. And I got a friend back in Boston that goes through them for me, and they give me a few of them to respond to every night. The first one is... If I got the right button. Here we go.
Hi, Pete. I have a bit of a deep question for you
Oh,
today,
jeez.
and I'm asking it because it's something I personally struggle with, but how did you deal with opening up to people along your journey? Like opening up to people about, things you may have needed physical help with that, you used to be able to do independently, and dealing with that change of having to rely on other people in certain aspects. And also the emotional part of it. How did you deal with having to open up emotionally about the challenges that come with having a progressive condition?
Jeez, this is a
Again,
deep one.
thank you for always being so open, being so vulnerable. So many of us really appreciate it in a way that you may never really get to know, but helps us along in our personal journey.
Well, that's good to hear.
Thank you.
She goes,
Have a great show.
she goes, it's a deep question. I'm sitting here trying to recalibrate myself for my weird few minutes before the show. She's like, I got a deep question for you. So let's get right into the deep stuff then. I spent a lot of time, I've covered this a lot. I spent a lot of time just kind of trying to hide the fact that I was losing my eyesight, but I always had someone like really close to me. Like my best friend for most of my time growing up was a guy, Jay. And he was just kind of like my wingman in life. If we were going into a restaurant and I wasn't familiar with the restaurant's menu, he would literally just be like, Pete, you like hamburgers, or Pete, you like ribs? They got that. So I didn't have to ask people. I was so ashamed and embarrassed to have to admit that I couldn't see, especially if I was like in a group of people and everybody's like reading, you know that moment at a restaurant when everybody sits down, they all get quiet and they're like looking at the menu together. And I'm like, I can't see it. And it was so embarrassing to have to ask. Like I always had a close friend that was able to kind of like help me fake it through life. So he'd just tell me, hey, Pete, order the ribs. You like those. Or if I was like, hey, I got to go to the bathroom. He's like, yeah, I got to go too. Even if he didn't. He'd go with me so that he could help me find it, because I'd never be able to find it on my own. So I spent a lot of time and energy for a long time just trying to fool the vast majority of people in my life that I could see. And I always had like one close confidant that would like help me with things like that. You're going from a fully functional person, as I was, with good eyesight at a certain point, or at least fairly passable eyesight, to someone that needs help. And I think in a certain respect, anybody can understand this. It's not like a just going blind thing. But, even as you get older, like older people, like you can't do things that you used to. Or if you're an athlete and you're aging a little bit, like you're not as fast as you used to be, you're not as quick, you might not be as strong as you used to be. And you lose things as you get older. And a lot of older people, like if you got an older mom or dad and like they won't admit that they can't, do the lawnmower anymore. And you're like, come on, mom, you can't go out there and push the lawnmower around, and they don't want to admit it because it's hard to admit when you can't do things. And so, I spent a huge majority of my life losing my eyesight and trying not to admit it. But eventually when I got around someone that I felt like would accept it and was totally supportive and understanding, like Banana, then I did admit it, and she became an amazing partner, and it helped me out quite a bit. Serious one off the bat.
Hi, Pete. My name's Breeze Aubrey.
What up, Breeze Aubrey?
I've been watching your show on YouTube for a while. I noticed you're from Boston.
Yep.
You were from Boston and all, and I'm from Sudbury, Massachusetts. My question is for you: do you miss being at Boston? Because I sort of do. I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and I really enjoyed being up in Boston. Like I said, I'm from Sudbury, Massachusetts. So my question is, do you still miss Boston a little bit? Good to hear from you. Thanks, man, and keep on doing what you're doing.
Good.
You're a great YouTuber.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Great
Bye.
YouTuber. What I've always aspired to be in life. I wanted to grow up to be a great YouTuber. That just sounds funny to me because I wanted to grow up to be a great voice actor, and then I just did YouTube like on the side. And I get people being like, "I'm a fan." I'm like, "That's weird. Didn't expect that." I'm glad that I came up in Boston when I did. It is a grindstone city to grow up in. I mean, the whole North. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. I mean, the whole Northeast is. It's very, very, very competitive. I mean, people compete about everything all the time, constantly. You're just in competition with people at work, in sports, the way you look, going to the gym, and there's like no rest. There's no break. It's just you're competitive all day, every day. And that definitely helped me with my drive, helped me build my personality, make me the person I am. But once I got here to Southern California, San Diego, and I feel like I've been given, I've been given all the tools I needed to be successful and work hard and stuff. Coming out here to San Diego and just being like around more like relaxed, chill people is pretty damn nice. And I'll tell you this: one of the main reasons I left is because not being a driver, not being able to drive throughout the winter. I'm talking like November through March, November, December, January, for like 5 months out of the year in Boston. I was like stuck inside because it was snowing or freezing. I couldn't get anywhere on a bicycle or walking. Like I was stuck inside. So say I've got 25 more years of life left of being active. Let's just throw it out there. I don't know, it might be 50, I don't know, but say 25. So in Boston, that meant I had 25 summers and springs, because 5 months out of the year, there's a Twitch thing. I'll finish that thought in a second. Sarah. You are welcome. So that first message was from Sarah, and thank you for the super chat, or thank you for the Twitch bits. I appreciate that. So like if I'd stayed in Boston, I would have had 25 active summers and springs, which is okay. But I came out to San Diego where I can be outside. I can surf every day. So now I've got 25 years of being active. So as someone who doesn't drive, who can't get somewhere on their own, had to rely on people to pick me up if I wanted to go to some athletic thing or just even go for a hike. Usually, I literally bought myself years of life and activity by moving to San Diego. So I love it out here. Next one.
Hey, Pete. This is Samuel from Texas. And a few months ago, I left a comment on one of your videos about how I bought some like Ray-Ban Meta glasses for my blind wife so that she could like ask it what she's looking at and it would tell her. And you actually replied to my comment and you said that you like to use ChatGPT a little bit more for stuff like that because it's a little bit more accurate and goes into more detail with the descriptions. And I was curious because, like, with the Ray-Ban Meta glasses and with ChatGPT, it has to take a picture and then analyze the picture. And I was curious if there's already something or how long you think it would be until there's something that can just in real time analyze things and describe them to you.
Oh.
And if you ever think that it might be so good that you could have audio description at home without having to find the right streaming service or go to the movies. Because that's one thing that's real frustrating for myself and my wife is like we want to watch something on Paramount Plus, but it doesn't have audio description.
Yeah.
It's like, well, shoot.
Well, shoot. I should have brought my metas in here. Although, you know what? Actually, good timing on this one, Samuel. The video that I'm dropping tomorrow on YouTube and TikTok is called "The Meta AI Smart Glasses Are Kinda Dumb." And if anybody was watching my live on Saturday, you got to see it in real time. I took my Meta AI Oakley Vanguard glasses down into my kitchen, and I grabbed a bottle of juice, and I just wanted it to tell me what kind of juice it was, and it was wrong. It kept being wrong. I knew what it was because I've been told by Banana ahead of time, and like I asked it 3 times and it couldn't get it right. Now the thing that people don't know, Samuel says you have to upload a picture. That's not true. The technology you're talking about already exists, and a lot of people don't know this. If you pay for ChatGPT, the $20 a month for the Pro plan, which I do, and I'm not a shill for them, I'm just telling you how it works. If you pay for it, it will do live description as you're holding the camera up. It'll tell you what's going on. I wonder if I can. It's kind of mildly difficult to activate, but I'll see if I can do it for you. ChatGPT, and then switch to voice, and then I have to add live video. All right, so there we go. Let's see. Hey Sam, what am I looking at in front of me right now?
I see your streaming setup. You've got 2 monitors in front of you, both showing what looks like your live streaming software, Streamlabs, I believe. One monitor has your live feed and the other shows your chat. I also see a bright studio light behind your screen, lighting things up. So you're looking at your streaming cockpit. Anything in particular you want to tweak or ask about in there?
I'm just showing people how you do it. Describe now. You should be. What are you looking at now there, Sam?
Now I'm seeing you. You're front and center, mic in hand, with that bold Pete neon sign behind you. I can also see a surfboard with that red design next to you. It's definitely a vibe.
It's definitely a vibe. How do I look? Am I looking good tonight?
You're looking sharp. The lighting's giving you a nice pop, and that surfboard behind you adds a little edge. Plus, I mean, sunglasses indoors, always a power move. So yeah, you're set.
It's not supposed to be a power move. You know I wear those because the light bothers my eyes. Don't be making fun of me.
Oh, definitely not making fun. I know the bright studio lights can be brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, they're super brutal.
I get it. Those lights are no joke. So whatever keeps you comfortable and rolling smoothly, I'm all for it.
Sam, can you, if I point at the monitor, I should be pointing at the monitor. Can you see how many people are watching this stream right now? Is that information in front of you?
Yes, I can. I see a count on the right side of your screen. Right now, it's showing 47 viewers.
All right.
So you got a little crowd hanging out.
All right, that's pretty. I wonder if that's just the YouTube one or all of them. But anyways, so that's as Samuel was saying, it doesn't exist yet. It does. You just have to pay the $20 a month, and it will describe stuff in real time to you. Now, there's a mild delay. You notice there's a second or two, or maybe a little bit more in between when you ask it stuff and when it says stuff. And I wouldn't rely on it to like walk down the street. If you were like, hey, Chat GPT, or as I call it, Sam, like let me know when a car is coming. It's not that real time. You kind of have to keep asking it again and again. But it is more real time than Meta. Meta AI is extraordinarily slow, and it won't describe a lot of things that it thinks are like un-PC. It won't help you with any money documents, like tax documents or anything that has to do with like personal data. It'll be like, I can't read that to you. I think that the Meta AI glasses have a million drawbacks. The technology could be so helpful to blind and visually impaired people, but it's just not, and I don't know why. I think they're doing a pretty bad job of it right now, and I'm going to be posting a video about it tomorrow. You can see why it doesn't work very well, and then they will never sponsor me. I mean, I could have. I was telling someone today, I could have, washed their butt for them and told you guys how great they are. I mean, I'm wearing Oakley's right now. Big fan of the Oakley brand, and so that I'm kind of trashing the Oakley Vanguard glasses tomorrow isn't really the smartest deal. I mean, one of these days I'd love to get someone to sponsor this channel. And Oakley, I mean, for God's sake, I've worn them in every video I've done, whether they're in front of my face or up on my head. So I've given that company 1.1 billion video views. But I'm going to be honest when I feel like I need to be. Whoa! Thank you for the follow. I'm going to be honest when I feel like I need to be honest. And tell you, because if blind people are out there, visually impaired people, they're like, I need help. Are these glasses going to help me? I'm not going to like take their money and be like, yeah, go buy them. It's totally going to help, because it's going to help you a little bit, but not in the way that people think. So, I'll be honest. I'm fortunately able to do that. There's other creators who make their whole living off of the channel, and that's fine. That's great. That's great that they can make a living, but they might be telling you things are a good product that might not be a great product. And I'm kind of happy that so long as people are paying me to do this voiceover thing, that I can give you like real honest reviews of things. So I'd say pay the $20 a month for ChatGPT, and maybe wait till generation 2 or 3 of the Meta AI glasses, because if you're trying to rely on those for real time, I actually did try and use them to read subtitles for me on the screen. And the thing is, you can't just set it up and say, hey, read the subtitles for me, because it does one prompt, it reads the subtitles once, and then it doesn't know to keep doing it. You have to keep saying, read the subtitles, read the subtitles, read the subtitles. And it's mildly maddening for everybody involved. So their real-time interaction with Meta AI is not there yet, but hopefully it will be soon. Let's see if I think I got 1 or 2 more of these.
Hey, no need to be on your show. This is just a positive message for you. You go. You be you. I believe you. Everybody should believe you. People are idiots if they don't. Have a great life, and you're making me laugh.
I like that. I should have started with that one. Nothing against Sarah's message at all. It was a good, thoughtful message, the one that started this thing. But I needed that a little audio pat on the back. That was a good one. And that guy's voice, like that sounded like someone familiar. Like, was that a famous person? It sounded like Sam Elliott's cousin, maybe, or something. I kind of like that guy's voice. There's some voices just sound warm and cozy, and recognizable, whoever that was. And he said, didn't he say, like, this isn't even supposed to be on air? I think my friend that was going through him knew I needed a pat on the back today. So that was very nice. We got one more here.
I got a question. So what console do you play on to play any of your games?
Okay. This is why one of the 5 reasons we stopped taking people under 18. You just asked what console I play my games on. I'm blind. Like, why is this such a hard concept for people to understand? And maybe I'm the idiot. Maybe there's a lot of blind people out there like playing video games. And there are a handful of my viewers and people that follow me that are like visually impaired and play video games, and you know, they set themselves up in front of a big monitor and they get right in front of it, and that's possible. Like, I know that's possible. But I'm blind. I can't play video games. I can't see the video games. I can't play video games. So no console for me. That the last time I played a video game was the PlayStation 2. And I don't even know like which iteration of PlayStation are we on now? I'm sure it's way past 2, but the last game I played that I could kind of see, I keep itching my nose because it's so burned. I can tell it's burned. I played Grand Theft Auto Vice City because I was in it. And I could kind of see my way through that game. And then when I was in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, I couldn't see the damn thing anymore. But I was trying to play it, and I kept hopping in the car, stealing the cars, and hearing my voice. But that was the last time I even attempted to play a video game. That was Check Pete's voicemail. Like I said, anytime you want to call the phone number when I'm not on the air and you can leave a message, maybe quick, witty, something fun, exciting, anything you want to leave, I'll try and respond to it during this thing right here, the live show. How am I doing on time? Probably very early so far. It is, I got to turn my text-to-speech on.
7:10 p.m.
It is 7:10 p.m. I don't know what time I started because thank you for the follow. And don't forget to follow on. I feel like Twitch has been doing a pretty darn good job with those notifications. I picked up like another 12 or 13 followers there last night. By the way, Dank MF Angel, if you're in the chat somewhere, I don't know if you've noticed, but you're a mod. I got the word that you were interested in being a mod tonight. Or in the future, because I guess the Twitch chat was getting a little out of control last night. Sarah was doing her best to handle it. But Dank MF Angel is now a mod over there on Twitch. But that platform does a really nice job of letting people know when I'm live. So if you want to hit up Twitch and find at Pete Gustin, twitch.tv/Pete Gustin, and if you give me a follow over there, you will get notified. And also, I didn't even know this. People were like giving me subscriptions, and that is extremely generous. I just learned all about Brooks explained what that was to me last night. I learned what those were. What do we got going on tonight? We have, I'm so just discombobulated from the early evening. I think, let me see if I got this lady on. This should be my chat lady.
Repeat message button.
Repeat message.
Terminate1 says I gotta go. I love y'all so much.
Oh, I love you too. That's
At Sarah Cam 7808 says bye Danny dear.
Bye Danny dear. Bye Danny dearest.
At Joni BC says LT should mod there too.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how many moderators. If Dank MF Angel is handling it, that's cool. I sped up the speed of the text lady a little bit. I was having some problems the other day with the chat going so slow. I'm so used to things going at like that hyper speed that I hear all the time, but I'm aware that you guys might not be able to understand it at that speed. So I tried to find a kind of a happy medium. I was planning on having a snack like right before the show, but that's when I got the call from the weirdo trying to blackmail me, and then I forgot to eat. So maybe at some point I'm gonna have to do a blind guy taste test because I need some food in me. Let's see. I can put up the phone number. I didn't do it. I didn't even realize this. I had so much going on last night. I didn't. I'm still not 100% over that cold that I got over 3 weeks ago. I didn't take a single phone call last night, so I guess I might as well do that tonight because you know it's billed as a call-in show, and I went an entire night last night without taking a phone call. So 760-517-6844 is the phone number. We'll see who we got on first person 2 days. Who's this? Hello? Okay, I cannot hear you. And also, you are supposed to be 18 plus if you're calling the show. I'm sorry, them's the rules. 760-517-6844. Oh, I think I screwed up the, wait, I gotta press this button right there. I think I might have someone online right now. Hello, somebody there? Hello, hello. I screwed up. There's too many buttons to press on the putting the person on hold there. Let's see if I can reset the phone system. There we go. All right, 760-517-6844. See if we can get our first call of the evening. Please be 18 plus. Don't get me in trouble again. Don't have the YouTube people call me up and be like, you can't put kids on the air without their permission. That was the problem. So let's see what we got on the air now. Who's this?
Hello.
Hey.
My name's Blake. I'm out here in Ohio.
Blake, what's going on?
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
How challenging is it for you to do surfing, and how did you learn how to do surfing?
I thought it was going to be, as someone who grew up playing like mostly ball sports, like when I was a little kid and I had some vision, I actually played like t-ball and baseball with my friends. And then I played a lot of ultimate frisbee when I was younger. I played football. I played pickup basketball. So I was used to playing like ball sports. And then those all got like way too hard. Like I couldn't see the ball. And then like I really couldn't see the people anymore. And so I started thinking when I moved out here to California, I'm like, well, surfing, like what do you have to see? I'd boogie boarded before. And that's what I thought surfing was. I thought it was like boogie boarding with standing up. And I remember like I could stand in the inside and hear when the whitewash was coming to me. And I'm like, this should be pretty easy. But then I didn't realize how insanely complicated surfing is because you don't ride on the inside. It's not boogie. You go to the outside where you don't hear the waves. And then they're coming at different angles at different times and they're breaking certain ways and they are different size every single time. There's so much. I got to surf with a pro surfer, Taylor Knox, out here. And like, he told me a huge percentage of surfing is just reading the wave as it's coming towards you. And that was kind of discouraging for me. I was like, well, I'll never be able to read the wave. But I did feel like there would be some way that I'd be able to figure it out. And so I can play it again. I can play the clip that I started the show with. You'll see that I just very, very last minute, like the wave is on me. I get like a second or two notice, and then I just kind of drop into it. And it requires me to surf much more quick and twitchy and last second reaction time than other surfers who kind of set themselves up, get into the right spot, know what they're expecting. So my surf style is very different than most people, but it's a set of compensations I made because I wanted to learn how to do it. And I felt like I stood a better chance at learning how to surf than I did at hitting a fastball, so I gave it my best.
Yeah. And I have one last question for you.
Sure.
What is the most challenging part about surfing?
It's definitely the people. Thank you for the phone call. I mean, there's a lot of challenging part. I mean, the most challenging part about surfing is learning how to do it. It's so funny, like all the other sports that I learned as a kid, like basketball, bounce the ball, like that's not that hard unless you're like a little kid trying to learn. It's a little tricky. Even skateboarding, like get on the skateboard, roll, like standing on it's like kind of hard. Doing tricks is a little difficult. Playing football, like it's not you can learn it in a day. Honestly, you can learn most sports in a day, like track and field, especially like run, jump a hurdle, like you can learn that in a day. Like the learning curve for surfing is massive. And I'm talking like 9 months to a year of going out there, like I did every weekend and sometimes in the weekdays. It's a year of going out there and just learning how to get into the wave at the right time, drop down the face and not face plant, ride the wave the right way, and there's just so much to it. You really just spend a year of your life getting your ass handed to you, and then you actually get to enjoy the sport. And the reason my first response now was the people is because I've got how to surf under my belt. Like I know how to do that now. Going out there and navigating. Surfers are some of the most aggressive people you will ever encounter. It is so counterintuitive. Me growing up in Boston thinking that like SoCal surfers are like these chill dudes. Like they are not. Like they don't want you on your wave. Maybe 50-50. Like 50% of the people are nice. I think it's more like 60-40. Like 40% of the people are nice and 60% of the people like don't want you on their wave. They want you to get off their wave. They just can't stand you being there. And so navigating that is nearly impossible for me, which is why I very, 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 very rarely surf on my own these days. One of the main reasons for me to have a coach these days is to navigate the people. 760-517-6844. Actually taking some phone calls tonight. Good to hear from you guys. See who we got up next. Who's this?
It's Michael.
Michael, what's going on?
Hey, I just had a question. Graduating high school in May 12th, and I was just having a question of like, how were you in high school? As in, like, having friends, or like more of, I guess, if you played any sports or were in the band, like how did you interact in high school?
In seventh grade. I started off very poorly. I was the kid who was losing his eyesight, and I was getting picked on. I'll kind of fast forward. I literally fought my way through that, and worked really hard to be friends with a lot of people and to have them look at me as more than just the kid who was losing his eyesight. I've always been athletic. I don't know if I want to say athletically gifted, because I've always had to work very hard at it. I've been a gym rat my whole life. I was the captain of my swim team. I was the starter on the football team. I was the captain of the sailing team. I was the president of my class junior year, sophomore year, and senior year. And I generally feel like I had a really good friend group. Like I enjoyed my high school experience, but I had to work at it. I had a lot to overcome, from being picked on in seventh grade to making my way to class president, multiple team captain my senior year. But I found my high school experience extremely rewarding, and I have lifelong friends from there. Why do you ask?
It's because I guess what I'm really getting at is that I kind of wasted my high school years, because when I was a freshman, I was homeschooled all the way from kindergarten to ninth grade, and I was the new kid, and I just, like, I guess I say wasted as in, like, I didn't do anything fun really. And me being like a social outcast and me not really being able to, like, get out of my comfort zone, I just feel like I wasted it.
I mean,
I just wanted to.
You're still extremely young, and that I mean, obviously that's a majority of your life at this point. So I 100% understand that perspective. But you also, I mean, you can't go back. I feel like I wished that I had been more open about my eyesight loss maybe 15 years before I was. It took me meeting Banana and being like in my 40s to finally even like tell her how bad my eyesight was. And then, I also feel bad that I spent so much time on the East Coast when I really enjoy my time out here in California. But I can't, I can't change it. There's nothing I can do about that. And similarly, you were homeschooled, and that's just the way it was. But it's actually, you're in a better position than otherwise you could be, because you recognize it. And I think you can make up for those lost experiences if you're going off to college, and you can just try and be more social and have more of those experiences. And because you're conscious of it, I think / hope you'll do well at it. Do you feel like you don't have this social skill set to try and make up for that? Is that what you're worried about?
I'm not too worried about that, because I'm planning to go into the Coast Guard, and I've been working in retail since I was 7 years old. I'm now 19. It's family-owned business. Nice. So I don't lack the skills for social interaction. It's just, I guess I lack the skills of, like, team building and, like, really, like, connecting with people, because I've never, ever connected with somebody on, like, a one-on-one basis very well.
I feel like I'm actually kind of poor at connecting with people in a work environment. I mean, if anybody who's watching on the horizontal, they can see that my co-host for this show is a rubber chicken, and most of my, I love Evan Brooks here and Banana, and I try to be a good co-worker, co-host with them when we do the show, and that's easy because they're my friends and wife. But also, as soon as I got out of college, my job was as a production director at a radio station, and I worked in a soundproof booth by myself all day, every day. And when I was a stand-up comedian, I was like the god. It's just me doing that. And voice acting is just me sitting in a booth by myself. So I'm not particularly awesome at being a team member, but these are, and especially, being at the age that you're at, it's just definitely stuff you can work on. And you know what? If you're not good at it now and you're going into the Coast Guard, like, they're going to make you a good team member. Like, I'm sure of that.
Most likely.
How do you feel about the nickname? How do you feel about the nickname Puddle Pirate?
Puddle Pirate. That's an excellent nickname right there. I took a lifeguard class in my junior year. I'm a certified lifeguard.
Nice.
So that's kind of excellent nickname right there.
I think the the deep sea Navy, they call the Coast Guard the puddle pirates because they operate in shallow waters, so they call them puddle pirates. I think it's supposed to be not super nice. Do I have I feel like I have I need a snack. I got myself all worked up. Let's see if let me fire this off.
Now,
oh, that's the
it's
wrong
time
one.
to catch a wave.
No, I'm not going to catch a wave with Pete. I mean, that's a good intro. Maybe it's this one?
It's time now for a blind guy.
There we go.
Taste test.
Yar. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, I was trying to have a snack before the show, and then I had someone calling me and saying they wanted $10,000. I don't even. Oh, this one's already open. I wonder if it was good. Did I have it before? Here, I'll hold this up to you guys. Let me see if I can get the chat in real time. Maybe you guys can help me out with this.
Skip message. Button.
Skip message. Where's
Repeat message. Button.
repeat
Active
message?
Machinery 915 says, when will we get more surfing vids?
When will we get? Well, I almost did that a second ago. I can do that after I have a snack.
Skip to current message.
Skip
Button.
to
Skip
current message.
Repeat message.
And
Active
repeat message.
Machinery 915 says, when will we get more surfing vids?
Yeah, that's the most current message.
Angel 420 says, love the taste tests.
Oh, good. I haven't done taste tests in a really long time. What is this? Oh, I know what this is, and I think it's really stale actually, because it's been in here for a long time. It's like a graham cracker on top of chocolate. I feel like Brooks probably should have thrown that away because we opened that one up a very long time ago. This is. What do you think this is? What is that right there? What am I about to eat? I definitely could have had a more healthy snack before coming in here, besides a giant bucket of candy. Is this candy? That's candy. This is candy. This feels like gummy, some sort of gummy candy. And I can tell I'm holding it forward.
70,700 says the bar is backwards.
The bar is backwards.
At
Well,
Morgan Freedom 4,346 says it's backwards, yo.
oh, well now I don't remember which way I was holding it.
Thanks for having me and talking with me.
Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. It was either that way or that way. But I'm not going to eat this one because it was like stale as hell. This bag.
Jake 70,700 says Japanese fruit candy.
Oh, all right. I feel like I wonder if I should be. I actually like having.
Says it has Asian writing on it.
Well, that makes it kind of difficult.
Morgan Freedom 4,346 says looks Asian.
Morgan, is your name Morgan Freedom?
Says looks like strawberries.
That is an awesome username. Instead of Morgan Freeman, it's Morgan Freedom. I can't open it. How do I open it? Where's my knife? I've been caught without my knife. Wow, this thing's hard to open. Damn you. Oh, here we go. All right.
At Disgreenwood says don't be alarmed, but it looks like you are holding food.
Yes, I'm holding food. It smells like. Oh, it's double wrapped. All right, so it's wrapped. So this one can stay open. It smells like. It smells like some sort of fruit, like cherry, maybe. Or this is definitely not a good snack.
At Pumpkin Flipping says it's a hard candy, I believe.
No, it's definitely not hard. This is a soft, squishy candy. Thank you for the follow.
879 says dried strawberries.
Oh, is that? Yeah. Oh, it totally smells like strawberry.
At Morgan Freedom 4,346 says Morgan Freedom lol.
Morgan Freedom. The penguin.
Sarah Cam
I can't do Morgan.
says, does anyone send anything healthy?
No. The what is it? The emperor penguin. It lives in the Atlantic and has. I gotta think of something Morgan Freeman would say. What if I was Morgan Freeman on this show? He could be Sam the Chicken. I am Sam the Chicken. I'm sitting next to Pete Guston, who is doing a show and eating food that he doesn't quite know what it is. I actually feel like that's not that bad of a Morgan Freeman. I've never tried to do his voice before, but this sounds like it's pretty halfway decent. Did you know that he
says I'm guilty of not sending anything?
Did you know that Morgan Freeman, but when he went to acting school in LA, like as he grew up, I think in the South, and he had like a bad Southern accent, and he had a voice and articulation coach, just like I did, because I grew up with a horrible Boston accent. And I'm curious, I would love to hear early tapes of him. I know what I sounded like. My voice was a little higher. I called myself Peter. I had this like terrible accent. I actually spoke really fast. I was a coastal speaker. I was way up here. I swore a lot because I was from Boston, of course. I would have loved to have heard Morgan Freeman. He said the same thing. He learned to breathe from the diaphragm as opposed to from the chest where it gets all tight. And it was interesting listening to his whole, like, how he learned how to. The difference is between me and him. I mean, there's a million differences. Obviously, he's way more rich and famous than me, and probably has way bigger paycheck for his voiceover work, so he doesn't need my critique. But he thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. He learned voice and articulation, and he kept his pace very slow and even, and make sure to pronounce every syllable of every word. And I'm not sure if that would be the best way to go today, Like if he was, people like Morgan Freeman because one, he has a great voice and a great read and it's soothing, but it's familiar. And I feel like if it wasn't familiar and he was just coming out now, it would be a little weird. Thank you. Like me, like I learned all that. I had to reconstruct my entire diction. Like I had to learn how to say the letter A properly as opposed to A, like because I was so nasal. I had to relearn how to say every word, every phonic, everything. And then I had to construct my voice and my diction to a certain level, but then I had to deconstruct it so that I could speak at a normal pace and a normal, like a more relatable speaking pace. Like I feel like what Morgan Freeman does is amazing and it's great to listen to, but I've always tried to be more relatable as a voice actor. Like you're having a conversation with me in real time, but it's understandable because I learned how to speak properly. It's just different approaches, I think. And obviously, like I said, he doesn't need my critique. He's way more successful than me, but we just have very different approaches. All right, I'm gonna eat this thing. It is, yeah, you guys are right. It's strawberry. I feel like I made the chat shut up in my diatribe about it's your fault there, Morgan Freeman. It got me talking about Morgan Freeman. Hold on, what did I do here?
Repeat message button. At Sarahcam 7808 says, "Hey LT."
Hey LT. Oh, this thing broke. It's a candy bar of sorts. Nobody sends. Yeah, there's not like a health bar in here. Luke M86 used to send some like pretty decent stuff. This feels like I don't know if it's upside down or upside right, but you can tell the back of things because of this strip. Like that's definitely the back. They wouldn't make that the front of the package. So I'm pretty certain I'm holding it at least forwards, whether it goes that way or that way or that way.
At Pumpkin Flipping says Milka.
Oh, is this a Milka? Wait, Milka? The Milka bar? I love Milka chocolate.
At Streambook says it is a scam that you do not get more views.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
At Sarahcam 7808 says what happened to Luke and Ross.
I don't know.
At
Who's
Just
Ross?
Antibody Zero says it says Milka on the package.
That is, Milka bars are so good. It's like high quality chocolate. I think, if I remember, I think it's from Germany. It's so much better than America. Oh man, am I not gonna be able to open it? I can't open it. I can't believe I didn't bring my knife with me.
Zero says it looks like a chocolate bar, maybe.
Yeah, but I can't open it. I can't get to it. Oh, this is torture. Like knowing it's a Milka bar. I'm starting to peel it. You know, they say not to open stuff with your teeth, but oh, there we go. Okay. God, I couldn't actually tear the packaging. I actually had to like just separate it from the top. I wonder which Milka bar it is. I think they have like different flavors. And this one, it's very broken. It just gets smashed in that box over there.
At Sarahcam 7808 says Ross with the short-term memory loss.
Oh.
Did you forget about the channel?
No. How ironic that I forgot about Ross. Oh, that is so good. That is so Milka chocolate.
At Pumpkin Flipping says strawberry cream flavor.
Is it? Man, I feel like I just want to.
Spider-Man 6161 DW says hi.
Hi, Spider-Man, extra long DW1 numbers and stuff. Man, I hope you guys don't mind me just taking like a snack break right here. I had a weird half hour before the show.
Says Milka is one of the better ones I can actually afford.
Yeah, man, Milka's really good. Oh, it is strawberry.
4346 says ever since I was young, people enjoyed the sound of my voice.
Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. I have to like listen to Morgan from. My impression might be horrible for all I know, but like from how I remember him speaking, I feel like I'm doing a halfway decent impression. All right, I'm just gonna sit here and keep eating Milka.
At Sarahcam 7808 says communal die unboxing. Volume should be turned off based on your headphone usage over the last 7 days. You've exceeded the recommended limit for audio exposure. 1987 says snack time with the not quite berries.
What did that just say? It said that I have to turn down my headphone volume.
Jockerman says KP. Sounds and haptics. Hello from Brazil.
Hold on.
Image. Status bar item. White cross notification. Sounds and haptics. Now, volume should be turned down based on your headphone usage over the last 7 days. You've exceeded the recommended limit for audio exposure.
I've exceeded the recommended exposure
Spider-Man
for headphones.
61 DW says I love your videos.
What? That's cool. Thank you. What does it?
Sounds and haptics. Now, volume should be turned down based on your headphone usage over the last 7 days. You've exceeded the recommended limit for audio exposure. Dismiss.
Okay. I've exceeded the recommended limit for headphone exposure. Well, that's going to be rough. I wear headphones like
at Sarahcam 7808 says hey, they're from Brazil.
Multiple hours a day because of my job. Like the way I do voiceovers is I put an earbud in, I listen to it, and I repeat back after it. So like, I've definitely, I didn't know that was a thing. I exceeded my usage of, I can't believe I'm eating in front of you people. And I hope you didn't notice, but I kind of spit out a little bit by accident. That's why they tell you not to eat in front of people, because chewing with your mouth open is rude and stuff can fall out.
7:33 p.m. Status bar item.
What do you mean 7:30? Wait, this thing tell me the time now?
Repeat message. Button. At Johnny BC says I'm going to have to eat some of my stash of dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate's good. I like all chocolate. I can get in the mood for dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate. I remember when I found, well, my mom found it for me. She gave me white chocolate for the first time. I'm like, oh my God, this stuff is amazing. And I was like kind of.
Fire Angel 1987 says rumor is overuse of headphones also cause balance issues. Well,
that would be rough for my chosen hobby, but I haven't had any problems with it yet. And I've been wearing headphones for years and years and years. Fire Angel, by the way, that's a new username. I've not heard that one in the chat. So welcome. Hello. How are you? Someone wanted to see.
At Sunshine 3914 says, oh wow, exposure to Wi-Fi?
maybe exposure to Wi-Fi.
At Sarah Cam 7808 says we are all hanging out, eating mango Milanos.
Yeah. Oh, that's good stuff. Let's see if I can figure this out. I'll play you the the waves that I started the show with. Nobody ever gets to see the first minute. It's just kind of a, why do I push that button right there? And then, so when I start the show, I basically give myself like 40 seconds or so of waves just to make sure that I'm actually on the air. But no one ever gets to see that. So I hope I'm pressing the right button. The last time I did this, everybody was like, there's nothing on the screen. So this is going to be 3 of my waves, 2 of them that Banana captured and 1 from the GoPro. And we can watch it together. And by that, I mean, you can watch it and I'll have no idea what's on the screen other than what I was told these videos are. I think, if memory serves, I'm catching a right that went for a little while. And then I think the next one's going to be a left that I really barely got into. Like I got in very, very late and just kind of dropped to the bottom. I'll be able to tell when it's the GoPro one because it sounds different. Should be now. Yeah. So I just said, did you say right? And Brooks goes left, 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 like pretty frantically trying to make sure that I'm going the right way. Because if I went the wrong way, I would have crashed kind of hard and wiped out. But he got me going left. I feel like I had a pretty decent ride. Got off the board, found the board because it's attached to me, and then I shut off the GoPro. So there you go. There's some. I should have played my.
Now it's time to catch a wave with Pete.
Yeah, I should have done that first.
At Joni BC says anyone who wears heavy-duty noise suppression headphones for work can develop earwax impaction.
Ew.
I used to have to do extractions fun times.
Ew, earwax impaction.
At Spider-Man 6161 DW says I like your blind guy unboxing videos. I hope I spelled that right.
Sounds like you did.
SPCP 76 says new to the live. Have you ever surfed in Australia?
I've never surfed anywhere other than Southern California, to be honest with you.
Top tier.
Those waves were actually from quite some time ago. I've been doing so many shows in a row. We've been pulling waves from different days. LT Iron Fox. Get out of here. I got nervous the last time I played some surfing videos and LT chatted. He's like, no one could see those. I pressed the wrong button. I don't want to pick this one up. So I've got this thing in front of me. This handles all the sounds and the calls and everything like that. And then I've got one that's literally 2.5 times the size just to my right over here. And it's got just so many buttons on it. And I keep changing them too. And so apparently the last time I tried to show you guys some surfing videos, it was just me sitting there, dumb face, like staring at the camera, and then no one could actually see it. So LT did a super chat at that point just to let me know, like, nobody saw that. So I just played those videos, and I got the super chat from him, like, oh no, I pressed the wrong thing again. But he's just hearkening back to the person that tried to blackmail me with a video of me reading a birthday card, which does not exist. Yeah, I had like all these plans and ideas and things I wanted to do tonight. Last night we actually did some like re-unboxing stuff, which was pretty fun.
Spider-Man 6161 DW says I love surfing videos.
That's cool. I mean,
Joni BC says Gunslayer. He sets up the studio with the camera in front of him.
It's true. I'm guessing Gunslayer was asking some sort of a goofy question about how does a blind guy do this? I can show.
At Sarah Cam 7808 says welcome LT lol.
Yeah, what up, LT? So yeah, the camera. I don't know if you can see it, and you definitely can't see it in the vertical. This is why you should all follow on Twitch or horizontal YouTube. Then you can see more of this video. But the camera is. I can probably touch it. Like there's the camera. I don't want to put my finger on the lens and put like a. Yeah, that's the lens. Like right there. It's like right in front of my face. The lens that I'm using is this super wide. It's a premium top tier lens, and that's the one that's in front of me. And it's actually that one the side view was different, obviously. This one is the one that's right in front of me, and this is the same camera. They just cropped it in on me, so it's a little closer on my face. So there's 3 views. Actually, technically, there's more views. When Brooks is here, this is only the people in vertical are going to see this. When Brooks is here, you'll actually be able to see me on top, and then ow, I just smashed a microphone with my hand. Him on the bottom, he'll be over there. But since it's just me and everybody doesn't need to see Sam the chicken, I just keep it on this view. Hello, what's going on? I was.
Evans 3251 says hi.
Hi. I think.
At Joni BC says vertical can't see anything but you.
Really? Oh, maybe I'm going to need to set that up with Brooks when he gets here. Oh, you know what? I don't think I set that up. I think I set it up as a placeholder, and then I needed someone with eyeballs to come and actually make sure that Brooks was there. So, that's when people with eyeballs come in handy for instances like that. All right, I can get to another. Let's see.
61DW says you are a cool guy.
I appreciate that.
At Cheese Grater 12 said hi.
Hey, Cheese Grater 12 said hi. I like that. Yeah,
At Joni BC says you're right. Sunshine, the ads on horizontal can be intrusive.
Oh, I didn't even know there were ads. But yeah, I can let me press, what the hell button is it? It's that one. So then I can get back to some phone calls and talk to you guys before I actually go have a this is my last night being alone. Banana's going to come back tomorrow. She's been in Sedona for all this time. And so she's been having a fun vacation in Sedona, and I've been talking to you people. Which do you think is more fun? 760-517-6844 is the phone number. Getting back to the calls. Who's this?
Hey, what's going on, Pete? My name's Jacob. How are you tonight?
Good, Jacob. Thanks for calling.
Hey, so I just had a few questions regarding like voice acting.
Sure.
So I've always been told I need to get into it, whether it be radio or voiceovers. I just wanted to see how you would get into that.
I actually, it's such a long, complicated answer that I sat down, what was it, like 7 or 8 months ago, and I recorded about 30 hours worth of how to do it, and then I had a company cut it down for me into in a class, and I think I actually managed to cut it down to like either 3 or 4 hours, and I hate selling stuff to you, but I sold the rights to it, and they sell it for, I think it's $99, something like that, but if you go to voiceuniversity.com, honestly, it's just a long, there's a lot. It's not like you go down to the local like voiceover store and say, hey, I'd like to sign up. I mean, it's a matter of starting, getting equipment, getting voice and articulation classes, going acting classes, getting a voiceover coach, and really working hard for anywhere between 2 to 3 years before you start putting yourself out there. I always tell people one of the biggest mistakes I ever made is I thought I was ready to go as a voiceover guy at the age of 18. And I made a demo, and I spent a ton of money sending out CDs because, of course, it was like 1999 or whenever the heck I did it. And I sent out CDs to like every radio station and every agency in the world that I could find. And my demo was terrible because I'd only been doing it for a year. I wasn't a good actor. I just, like you, people they told me I had a good voice. I was like, hey, here's my good voice. Yep. And, so everybody, you get one chance to make a first impression is a pretty common saying. And my first impression sucked. So I literally had to like bite the bullet and kind of go into hiding for like 5 years. It's how I ended up doing radio production and imaging and comedy writing and stand-up comedy. And I was doing some modeling back then. I had to take like a hiatus from voiceovers because I blew my one shot. And I worked really hard at getting some actual coaching, learning how to act. Because people forget it's called voice acting. And everybody thinks it's voice acting. But it's more like voice acting. Acting is hugely important. Like I would say these days, especially, you're competing with a lot of on-camera people that are now trying to find work in voiceovers. I'd say take some improv classes, go do some like real actor training, and once you feel like you're ready, I'd still say wait another 6 months, and then you might be ready to send your demo out. and hopefully you know, when people hear a new voice, when agents or agencies or radio stations or clients, they hear a new voice, they can get excited about it. But you have to make sure you're putting out your absolute best material right off the bat.
No, that makes sense. No, I appreciate it. That makes a lot of sense, Pete.
Yeah, I kind of hate telling people that because, you know, even the Voice University website, like I'm trying not to blow smoke because I feel like people are like, well, I want to be voice acting at the end of this year, and I'm like, you can. And I feel like there's a lot of coaches and a lot of sites and people out there that'll be like, I could have you voice acting at the end of this year. Like, yeah, I mean, I could get you an audition by the end of this year, but you're never going to book it.
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly.
I just tell people it's just you got to be in it for the long haul. You got to love it. You got to want to do it.
Okay. No, that makes sense, man. I appreciate it.
Cool. Thanks for the call. Good to hear from you. I think did I forget to put the actual phone number up on the screen. It is so complicated when you're doing a visual medium and you can't see the visuals. But hey, I kind of love it. Oh, what did I press over there? I can head back to this, see if you guys are doing anything. Skip the current message. Repeat message.
Gaming 22 says, yeah, how can he read the comments?
Yeah, how can I read the comments? I mean, just like how could a blind guy possibly read the comments? Like,
At Sunshine 3914 says you'll hear him listening to the comments.
Yep, just like that. Just like that. And this thing aggregates the comments from YouTube, both feeds, the horizontal and vertical. It gives me the ones from
At Jonah
TikTok
BC says
and Twitch
invincible.
and
He has
Facebook.
text-to-speech going through his earbuds and through his phone.
I do. I have text-to-speech going constantly all over the place. I think when Banana takes vacation, I think her favorite part of getting away.
At Just Antibody Zero says the phone number is on the screen right now.
There we go. Thank you. Good to know that. I think her favorite part of getting away
Invincible says that is very smart.
is not having to listen to the text-to-speech voices. I tell people this all the time because my job is so on demand, as you guys witnessed last Saturday night, that I have, I wear an Apple Watch so I get notified of messages, but sometimes I don't feel the vibration. There's a slight chance I might miss it. I have iPhones. I have so many iPhones. I got one in my pocket right now. I got one over here. I've also got one over here, and I've got them set up all throughout the house so that when I get a voiceover request, it comes in and I hear it immediately because they really don't want to wait. Like they can't wait. TV stations especially, they need to get stuff on the air immediately. So they send me a message. It comes into the whole house through text to speech. I hear it. I go running up into the booth and I perform it. So when Banana goes away, she's like, oh, thank God, a few days away from all the robot voices. I think I can switch back over. Oh, did I lose yeah, I put the phone number up and then I think I screwed up and lost the people that were over there.
Skip to current message.
Skip to current message.
Adolescent Towers Productions says thank you for being such an amazing inspiration.
That feels like a name I might know.
Saracom7808 says I gotta step away a bit dang.
How dare you step away?
Invincible says how does he know where they are?
How do I know where they are?
Stace now says just picked up Faith Kills for my road trip.
Hey, cool. I hope you like that one. I'm still nervous about. I've gotten really good reviews so far. Just a handful of reviews. That is my latest book. It's crazy. It's wild. That is a
Angel 420 says I got you, Sarah.
Yeah, he got you. The Faith Kills is a crazy read, and I really hope people like it. Like it's so dark. It's like there's murder in there, and it's like religious themed and stuff. There's like so much craziness going on in Faith Kills that it's not like my personality now wouldn't have written that book. Like I wrote Skill Conspiracy. I talked to Adam's Wish. Those like fun fantasy, sci-fi, wild, exciting, and then Faith Kills is like this dark, evil book. But depending on what you're in the mood for, man, I hope you like it. I want to hear an honest review if you get through that book. I narrated the whole thing too. I don't know if you got the audio version or the Kindle or print version, but I did narrate that one all by myself, and it was a lot of work narrating a book. Let's see. Flip
At
back.
Buzz Gaming 22 says, hey, when I was 17, I wanted to do voice acting. Now I'm 19, and my friend does Star Wars animation, and I voice Master Yoda in that animation, so I kinda did it. Yay!
Nice, good job, kinda doing it. Congratulations. 760-517-6844. Switch back over to the phone lines and see if we got someone on there now. Hey, who's this?
Hello.
Whoa. Hey, who's this?
Ensign.
Ensign, what's going on?
Finals week is in 2 weeks, and also, fun fact, just wanted to let you know, if you didn't know, that did you ever take a psychology course in like college?
It was my minor. I was one class short of getting a double major, actually.
Oh my gosh, so you know about Piaget and Vygotsky, right?
No,
And
because
Erickson.
it was so long ago. I think I forgot all of it.
You don't remember Piaget and Vygotsky and Erickson and the cognitive development theories? Oh my gosh.
Cognitive behavioral therapy, Nietzsche, Freud. I mean, it's been a million years.
Oh, we hate Freud. We hate Freud,
Yeah, I
guys.
mean,
We don't talk about him.
he was a
okay?
little Nietzsche.
Okay.
Can you spell Nietzsche? Even he was a philosopher more than a psychiatrist. But do you know that name?
No, I'm taking a child psych course right now. It's a major requirement for the vision program at Kutztown. Also, funny thing I did to my friend, I brailled something in grade 2 Braille, handed it to her and said, have fun translating. And she's like, thanks so much. I was like, you're welcome.
You know, that's one thing that ChatGPT cannot do right now. Like, I'm so god-awful horrible at Braille. Someone sent me something in Braille, and I was like, maybe ChatGPT can do it. And I
I
uploaded.
was going to send you something in Braille.
No,
oh my God.
I'm no good. I need to, it could be like a learning thing for me. Like, I'd have to have it in Braille, and then you'd have to tell me what it is.
There's a thing called, Hadley has an online Braille course you can take for free.
Yeah.
Also, I want to send you really hot ramen.
No, I don't like hot stuff. Stop trying to burn my mouth.
Okay, respectfully, okay. No, okay, got you.
Yeah, the hot stuff's a little scary. Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I thought ChatGPT would be able to recognize the bumps and translate it. So yeah, it was.
God, no.
It was a Hot Wheels. Someone sent me a Hot Wheels that had Braille on it, and I'm like,
I have one of those. I don't know where it is.
The Braille Racer, and I don't know what it said, but I think the Braille actually said like Braille Racer or something like that. I was like, oh. Well, if I could have figured that out. Is my memory crisscrossed, or do you own a snake?
No, I wish I owned a snake.
Okay.
My mom would kill me.
There was another woman in college. I thought it was you, but obviously not. Yeah, someone called up.
I want a cat.
Cat. I don't know if people would want to have a cat. Yeah, you were. I remember that you were laying there one time with like your cat on your chest. And then, like, the next week, someone else called, and they had, like, a boa constrictor around their neck. I was like, all right, that's cool.
God dang.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Some people, some people like lizards. Oh, I let the timer expire. I did not mean to do that. Thank you for the call-ins, and I appreciate that. This is my very last night of being alone until Banana returns, and then I tell you, when she comes back from trips, the dogs go absolutely bonkers. They cannot stand it when she's away. Skylar, she's like 9.5 pounds. When Banana comes back home after a trip, that little puppy jumps like all the way up to like my shoulder height. She actually jumps into Banana's arms. She gets so excited that she comes back home. So getting ready for her return tomorrow. Oop, what just happened there? I think I put the text lady back on. And yeah, so we're going to do the show tomorrow. I don't think Banana is going to be on the show.
At Joni BC says San Diego Zoo Safari Park.
I've been there. I got a couple videos from there. I'm sure you're talking about something that I was just jumping in the middle of. But that is where I actually got to encounter a boa constrictor, if that's what you're talking about. But tomorrow, Brooks is going to be here. Banana will not be here because she's going to be, recovering from her big trip.
At Zachary Hill U4V3V says hey.
Hey, Zachary
At
Hill.
Sunshine 3914 says Akave.
Z3. What you said, Akave? What is Akave? I don't know what Akave means. 7:51.
At Joni BC
Hey,
says
cool.
I have the same one. My son gave it to me.
What did I say? Someone from Twitch is following me. Gamort is following me on Twitch. Anybody who wants to follow me on Twitch, I would highly recommend it. You can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Pete Gustin. I think I feel so weird tonight. Like I usually come into the show with some sort of a plan. Like I kind of know what I'm going to talk about, but I got so thrown with the goofball trying to blackmail. It was the lamest attempt at blackmail. If he had a video, if I was thinking, I should have been like, oh yeah, play the video. I want to hear it. Obviously like we weren't on a video call, but I would have loved to hear me reading a card. I should have asked for that proof, like proof of life. I need a proof of life. But basically I just told him to go suck an egg.
At
And he did.
22 says I have a really random question.
Go ahead.
Have you voiced Optimus Prime ever?
Oh, cut it out. I feel like you're
At
mocking me.
Chikenmaneg 8688 says I love dogs. They are amazing.
Dogs are amazing. And yes, I have voiced Optimus Prime. I feel like you're mocking me by asking that. I feel like I talk about it too much and everybody's like, oh, really? Have you done that? Yar, I have. But let's see. I can probably wrap it up for the evening because I will be back tomorrow. And then instead of having me every night, I'm actually gonna give myself a little break. I'm gonna do some evenings. Oh, I told you guys I've been watching movies on my own. Watching movies. And by that, I mean putting audio description on. When the one I watched slash listened to on, was it Saturday night, was Mercy with Chris Pratt. And there was like literally nothing for the audio description to describe.
Streambook says, have you heard any audiobooks narrated by Peter Kenny? For example, the Witcher book series.
No, I have not. Have you?
Gaming22 says, I'm not mocking, I really don't know.
Oh, well, yes, I played Optimus Prime. Have you heard any books narrated by Pete Gustin? Those are amazing. I don't know who this Peter Kenny guy is, but I think you should listen to Faith Kills by Pete Gustin, I Talk to Adams by Pete Gustin, or maybe even The Skill Conspiracy by Pete Gustin. Now, that's a fantastic audiobook narrator right there. What was I saying? Oh, I listened to Mercy, the movie with Chris Pratt, and there was like nothing for it to describe. It was mostly an audio movie, which was fantastic. But last night I listened to slash watched the movie Apex with Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron? No, Theron. That's how you say her name. And that movie, holy crap. They were just like long periods of no dialogue, and thank God I was doing it with audio description. She's being chased through like the outback of Australia, and there's just like minutes on end where the audio description is like, what was her name in the movie? I forget. Sally or something like that. Rachel, I don't remember, but they were like, is running through the woods. She sees Bill chasing after her. She trips on a rock. She falls down. She gets up. Her leg is bloody. It was just like minutes upon minutes of audio dialogue. I'm like, holy cow. And I might as well, at that point, I felt like I might as well have been like listening to an audiobook because there was just so much that needed to be described. I enjoyed it, but it was like listening to a really good audiobook. If you can think of any good movies that I should watch slash listen to tonight, you can put it in the comments. Put it in the actual comment afterwards, because I'm going to sit down with some sort of a dinner that's not Chinese food tonight, and I'm going to watch a movie with audio description, and that'll be my last fun evening. And then I'm going to take the doggies for a little walk. But I think I started at like 6:30.
Powers Production says, have you ever listened to the band Wash? They will blow your mind.
I have not listened to the band Wash. 7:55. I think I've been on for like an hour 25. What band am I listening to right now?
LT Iron Fox says, I wonder if Buried is good for a blind person, definitely terrible for sighted person.
Oh, Buried, that movie. Was that the movie where the person was like buried in a like a little underground thing with like a breathing tube? I don't think I ever got into that one. Most movies these days have audio description. It basically does turn the movie into a bit of an audio book as opposed to a movie, but that's fine. I'd rather have it be an audio book that I can at least participate in, as opposed to having no audio description and have no idea what the hell's going on the screen. Because that's how movies are before they came up with audio description. Trying to think if there's like one band. Oh, you know who I've been really enjoying lately? It's not a new band. They haven't nothing new in a long time. But I've been really enjoying Alice in Chains and Jane's Addiction. After Brooks and I did the show on Sunday, we went down to our favorite eatery, and someone paid the jukebox to actually play the entire album from Alice in Chains, and yeah, that's one of the bands I'm like super into right now, and it's it's like old stuff. It's like nostalgic to me, but I just love
Angel
hearing
420 says nice.
Nice. Anytime someone says nice, I just think of Borat. That's nice. All right, I keep saying I'm gonna get out of here.
Joe Below says, can you see comments?
No, I can't see comments. That's the thing about being blind. You can't see stuff, especially not comments. So when you come across a guy whose username is Blind Surfer, he can't see anything. That's kind of the whole thing there. But I can hear him. So I
Kenman Egg 8688 says, will there be any possible way to have you voice an audiobook?
I mean, I voiced my own audiobook, but I would never, ever, ever, ever do it for anybody else. It's so much work. Like my job as a promo trailer narrator is I voice very short things, like very small, like anywhere from 9 seconds to 30 seconds. Like if I have to read something that's a minute long, that's long. So throughout the day, this is why I say I do like 50 to 100 sessions a day. I mean, people will hire me to do a 9-second piece that they put on TV. Or a 30-second promo that's on TV or on a streaming service or something like that, or a bunch of short pieces that go on radio. And those sessions, that's why I can do 50 to 100 of them a day, and get paid, accordingly. Whereas if I was doing an audiobook, like I was doing my own audiobook, and I was dedicating like hour and a half a day. So you get to read the thing, first of all, and then people need it delivered as a final product. And you don't read it perfectly without breathing. Like, you obviously have to breathe and take breaks, and then you have to tighten it up, and you got to cut all the breaths out of there. And it was like a 2.5 month process of reading my book. And at the end of it, God, I don't know, if I made like $75 off of that book, I'd be surprised. My most recent book, I'm talking about, Faith Kills. So no, I would never, ever, 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 ever offer to do a narration of an audiobook. It's just so much damn work. That's my thoughts on that one. I keep saying I'm going to get out of here, but people keep asking good questions, or at least questions that keep me rambling. Yeah, I'm going to...
At BuzzGaming22 says, I have a friend that a huge fan of Optimus Prime, so I'll send him your channel.
Okay. I think if you type my name and Blind Surfer Optimus Prime, you'll definitely come across a couple of the videos that I've made featuring it. All right, I keep saying it. I swear to God, I'm going to get out of here. And then we're going to have a big fun show with Brooks tomorrow, and then Banana will be in the background. Maybe you can have us yell to her in the background and be like, "What's up, Banana?" But I don't think she'll be joining us. So thank you to everybody that joined. Don't forget, I keep pumping it. I don't ask a lot. I don't push a lot. I don't sell a lot. Tomorrow's video, I'm going to be trashing the Meta AI glasses, but I do request that you try and follow me over on Twitch. It's just really good for live, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of lives, a couple a week. Did 4 in a row so far, 5 tomorrow. So if you want to head on over to Twitch, hit up twitch.tv/Pete Gustin. That's me. You can follow me over there. You'll get notified hopefully every time I go live. And what else do I have for you? Oh, give me like 5 minutes until after the show ends, and then you can leave a message for Check Pete's voicemail. So dial 760-517-6844. That is after the show ends. Give me a few minutes so I can set it to go directly to voicemail, and we'll play some of those on the next show as well. I am going to have to get up and figure out how to stop this stuff on my own, so you can stare at Sam the chicken for a minute. If you're on vertical, you're going to stare at nothing. You just see my butt leaving, basically. I will shake it for you, and I'll get out of here, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.